Hello, everyone, and welcome to What's New in IT Service Management for the San Diego release. And I'm Chad Corvo, Technical Marketing Manager here at ServiceNow. Really great to be with you again this year. So let's go ahead and just kick this off. What is new in the San Diego release? As you saw in the keynotes, as you saw in the other demos, we're really looking at that next experience. So what does that look like for ITSM? For ITSM, we're looking at digital portfolio management. And what is that? Digital portfolio management, really just getting a hold of your business services, your applications, all in one single pane of glass. Next, we're talking about next experience. And this is for agents, not just IT agents, but ITSM agents, ITOM agents, DevOps, all together on one platform. And we're calling it Service Operations Workspace. And I'm really excited to show you that today. Also, we've listened to you. Value realization in your ServiceNow solution, your implementation. And so we're releasing the ITSM Success Dashboard, and I'll demo that for you today. Next, I'm very excited to announce that we're bringing IT and DevOps together on one platform. What does that look like? We're looking at DevOps pipeline, that historical imports, and taking the manual labor out of that. Also, we're looking at manual change traceability, and so that's being released, as well as the system health dashboard. So with that, what are we trying to solve? So we know that IT teams, operations teams, they're working in disparate systems. So we're bringing that together with things like DPM or SOW. Also, all of the records, all the information is disparate and it's across multiple systems of record. So again, we're using DPM to bring that together. And as I mentioned, we're really reducing the friction between DevOps teams and IT teams with that change velocity in the ITSM platform. So let's kick this off with the first one. I started with digital portfolio management in the Rome release. I gave you a sneak preview, but instead of talking about it, let's go ahead and dive right into that demo. And so here it is, digital portfolio management. It's scoped out in our next experience UI UX, and this is going to be our first of 4 demos. Before I get started in this demo, let me go ahead and just set a little background. So as we know, IT departments, they're growing. They're becoming more ubiquitous to everyday operations of the enterprise. And it's becoming increasingly difficult to manage and measure the benefits and value around these applications and the services that are being delivered. As you know, work is often siloed into different teams, and that data, it's dispersed across many systems of record, even spreadsheets. And this makes it nearly impossible to gain a holistic view of operational performance and business impact to the services that you are providing, your team's providing, or the company is providing. Now, our answer is here, digital portfolio management. And our target persona for this is anyone who owns a solution, service offerings, business applications, services, any other products. And as a solution owner, DPM enables you to have a single view, single full lifecycle view that you see here to really help you determine the overall health and performance of the solutions that you own, your team owns, or the solutions that the company relies on. And what we're looking at is the enterprise portfolio view. So we can view these enterprise portfolios that are being shared with us. We can see all the items, including changes, critical incident, what needs attention, right? And you cannot alter these enterprise portfolios like you can in the personal portfolios that we'll see later. But this offers you insight into the overall IT structure in the context of the services that you own. So for instance, we can see the availability around our portfolio performance, the 900 incidents around that, taxonomy nodes, really highlighting the common services data model. And in taxonomy modes, we can see taxonomy layers, the parent applications, short descriptions, even who it's owned by. In the services tab, we're given information around the taxonomy node, service classification, what phase it's in, status, business criticality, who it's owned by. We can see what attention is needed around these particular services. I mentioned personal portfolios, so let's go back to our home tab, and this is Jose Hamilton's personal home page. Now we can see here what needs attention, any changes, any outages, any audits that are in flight around this particular business service, any risks. All of that information is presented in a holistic view, as well as the personal portfolios and the enterprise portfolio. Speaking of personal portfolios, we have a personal portfolios tab. And in this personal portfolio tab, I can manage services and applications in one unified workspace. I can manage those roadmaps. I can prioritize backlogs. I can promote new ideas. I can even share this information maybe with new team members, a boss, key stakeholders. I can give them editorial access, write access. And as I click into this personal portfolio, we can see that there's 19 different business services, business offerings, business applications that can make up one of these portfolios. I even have access into descriptions, general information, who I can collaborate with over this particular information. As I click into one of the business services, this is where the rubber hits the road. Everything is broken up into a plan, build, run, info type workspace, and we can see the summary, the total ideas, the approved demands, when projects start, any new initiatives. In the top right corner, we can even edit this business service in ServiceNow's Service Builder. And what is it? It's basically a business service wizard giving you best practices to better define your business service. Heading back to Digital Portfolio Management Portfolio, I can go ahead and create demands, improvement initiatives around this particular service. As I click into the Build tab, I can see active projects by current status, what's green, what's yellow, what's red. We've also listened to you around changes. We know that changes tend to be the biggest cause of disruption, so all the information around change management is built into this workspace. As I jump into the Run tab, service performance is also key for making those budgetary decisions. We can see the availability of the service, how many instances around it, total number of subscribers, as well as CSAT scores. As I go into the scores, I can see foundational subservices that help make up what's going on here. I can even drill into that particular information, and I get that same plan, build, run information around this subservice. Going back to our main business service, I click into that info tab, and I can see service descriptions, the general information, service scope around that, even possible business cases or service contracts that belong to this particular service. Again, empowering me, the service owner, with all the information I need. I can also share this information with collaborators, team members via MS Teams or the chat functionality of the team's choice. As I go back to the Plan tab, many of you are familiar with ITBM. If I go into the View Roadmap, we now have Alignment Workspace as part of the DPM experience. And as a service owner, I can see the roadmap details. I can create new milestones, new big rock items. I can turn on tracking mode. I can see what's in red, what's in yellow, what's in flight. I can even personalize the look and feel of this. And this is digital portfolio management in a nutshell. So again, really giving service owners a way to optimize their personal portfolio performance, really optimizing the services, the applications in one unified workspace. So next, we're looking at that next generation workspace, that service operations workspace. Again, where IT teams, operations teams, DevOps teams, ITAM teams, doesn't matter, all working from that single pane of glass. And instead of talking about it, let's go ahead and show it in action. And so here it is, our second of 4 demos, Service Operations Workspace. What we're doing here is we're bringing IT operations, service management, and all those capabilities to provide a unified experience in this next generation workspace, this new UI, new UX. And we're really reinventing the core to enable modern best practices to automate and improve service reliability. And in this particular demo, what challenges are we trying to solve? Well, it's hard to prioritize the issues and find the most urgent issue to work on. Also, who do I reach out to if I'm unable to resolve this issue? Now, agents can start their day with an overview of outages, service announcements, and information to efficiently prioritize their workspace. The headlining banners quickly detail important information specific to this agent, such as the next shift. Now, this is a personalized landing page for end-to-end operations. Interactive graphs that dynamically change to address specific needs or interests, such as incidents assigned to the agent, or breach SLAs, or incidents yet to be assigned. Agents also get insights to team activities. And here we can see all the information based on incidents assigned to their team, those SLAs, as well as catalog task items. In the top left, we can see the familiar agent chat box with one unread message. This is where agents can accept or reject items queued to them based on skills and availability. Agents can even adjust availability based on the company need or workflow. Also, better contextual information and targeted actions allow agents to respond better to resolve incidents. This can be seen throughout this workspace, but in this case, all this requester's information as well as recent interactions are populated for this agent to view. As we head back to our home screen, we can see announcements that highlight important happenings such as this outage. Agents can be brought into the details into this information based on their role, based on the needs or the company's strategy. Now, as with past workspaces, they have full and complete context into affected CIs, root cause, potential resolutions around this announcement. With upcoming events such as learning tasks, teams and managers can offer coaching to improve employee performance or team performance and providing them with real-time feedback and learning tasks. Agents also get insight into their performance KPIs based on team or company needs. By providing a common operations workspace for all employees, you can hide the complexity of interdepartmental requests, the transfers of multi-department use cases. All key and pertinent information continues to be displayed in context for agents in SOW. This includes those overviews around the impacts, the affected CIs. New, agents get recommendation. These are tailored recommendations around maybe trending incidents. And this can lead to a recommendation for an agent to propose a major incident. And agents can quickly link child and parent incidents based on these recommendations. They even gain insight to historical information around that recommendation. With AI Agent Assist, agents get further information around automatic search results that show possible solutions for those records. Experts on call. So when further questions arise, you can even reach out to the experts on call. And it's collaboration that's made easy. And ServiceNow works in the tools of these teams' choices, whether it's MS Teams or any other chat functionality. And that is Service Operation Workspace. The future of Service Operation Workspace, one workspace for all service and operations needs. And that's the end of this demo. And finally, specific to IT, we've been listening. Your success is our success. And so this value realization or ITSM success dashboard is going to really change the game. And instead of talking about it, let's go ahead and show it. And so here it is, our third of 4 demos, ITSM success dashboard. CIOs, IT team leaders, ServiceNow implementers, rejoice. We've listened to you. This is a value realization dashboard, and it really begins to address many of the concerns that we've heard from each of you. For example, unable to gauge the overall performance of my ServiceNow solution, or I'm extremely in the dark to what the contributing factors are to these performances, and really we're just looking to optimize our ServiceNow implementations. So here we can see it measures self-service, virtual agents, and predictive intelligence all in one dashboard. We can also see this dashboard distills the information in 2 key metrics, in performance and service quality. In addition to the key metrics being showcased, we can see the dashboard offers prescriptive frameworks and information to really increase the transparency on what's being calculated and how. On the right-hand side, in the More Information tab, we can see this automatically and dynamically updates, and it will offer further insights into what's being highlighted, as well as help with the key features that we're looking at. It can also be closed away for more visual real estate. By clicking on each of these tiles, the graphical information will update based on the tile's information, which also updates the More Information tab we saw on the right. As I click into the View Details tab, IT leaders, process owners gain deeper insights to what's driving the success or lack of success to start to improve any of the initiatives. Here we can see virtual agent and self-solve metrics are compared to overall call deflection. This can be further parsed out by month, by quarter, yearly trends. Really helps us better understand how the improvement aligns to specific time periods, trends, or strategies. Even cooler, we can continue to drill down into foundational metrics around these ServiceNow implementations. As a process owner, I gain specific detailed views and KPI details, and where I can start to compare and contrast metrics that matter to me. Furthermore, I can use these performance analytics to customize the views, the charts, to better slice and dice the data. Now let's look at service quality. Once again, our process owner is giving key details, this time around customer satisfaction. A 2 is not that great, so let's see how we might be able to improve those numbers. As you can see, there are over 660 records that are providing this information. So let's go ahead and further analyze this information. We can forecast what may come, trends around these particular metrics. We can parse out some of the data with these trend lines. And finally, we can add statistical guidance around all of these records. To take this a step further, we can look at Q1 to see what was going on in Q1 versus Q2. Now, as you can see, ITSM Success Dashboard truly provides the right tools to better understand what's going on, make improvements, and maximize the value of ServiceNow. And that is ITSM Success Dashboard really providing CIOs, IT leaders, and process owners the 360-degree view around ITSM performance and measure those improvements with these interactive dashboards. So in this next section, I'm very excited to announce that we're taking DevOps and ITSM and putting those together to really, really push forward DevOps change velocity. But what does that look like? So first, we're looking at historical data pipeline, basically taking all of that importing data from Jenkins, from Jira, from GitHub, doesn't matter. We're taking that information, removing the manual steps out of it, and really automating that process so you can just start to distill the value from day one. And manual change traceability. So in this next section, we're really taking out the manual labor around automated change policies and automating that truly through this particular solution. And finally, the system health dashboard. So a lot of that magic is going on in the background. The system health dashboard, as well as DevOps Insights, really helps gain visibility for both DevOps teams and IT teams. And instead of talking about it, let's go ahead and show it in action. So I'm very excited to close with this demo. Here is change velocity, and it's really being showcased starting with the DevOps Insights for ITSM Pro customers. Now, those of you familiar with this DevOps Insights may have seen this in past releases, but I want to show how you can start to gain insights on pipelines immediately using historical data with no impact to developers, no altering pipelines or requiring change control. So here we gain insights to things such as deployment frequency, as well as change failures or things of that nature. We can also filter on whether it's an app or a repository, selected elements around that. So again, making sure that IT teams and developer teams are working together seamlessly without disrupting either one of their missions. In our change acceleration tab, we can see total changes committed yearly. We can see the changes by volume, whether they're automatic or manual. We can see those deployments. Again, really just highlighting ServiceNow's and the Now platform's ability to show information that may be happening behind the curtain. We can also look at operational stability. But let's talk about San Diego specifically. Let's talk about taking DevOps Insights and up-leveling it. So here is the System Health Dashboard. It's being released in San Diego. And as you can see, it's been scoped in our Next Experience workspace. So with the System Health Dashboard, we gain even greater awareness of connectivity health and trends for DevOps integrations with this dashboard. As you can see, we can look at Git repositories, event counts, events by state. It's broken down by what's been processed, what are errors. We get further details thanks to performance analytics. We can go ahead and break down this information with KPI signals, targets, thresholds, anything that helps us better align with our development teams. We can look at tools and how the event count looks like. We can even look at capabilities, whether it's orchestration capabilities or things of that nature. And as we can see, ServiceNow's platforms provides that information in detail so they can see what's going on without disrupting our DevOps team. So we can see the DevOps tool in this case, we can see the name, we can see the tool, we can see the connection, we can see the connected aliases as well as the URLs. And again, just really opening up the kimono, aligning both developer teams and IT teams. And remember, this historical pipeline data can be done from day one. We can start fast in the value stream management by importing this historical data to gain these immediate insights that we see here today. And that is our system health dashboard with DevOps change velocity now in ITSM. So that is it. The key takeaways for all that, really optimizing service performance, greater optimization in processes. What does that look like? We saw it in service operations workspace. We saw it in digital portfolio management, really distilling the value around all of that with the ITSM success dashboards. And then finally, DevOps change velocity, taking DevOps and ITSM, bringing them together with the system health dashboards, with the DevOps pipeline and all that automation behind that. And with that, I want to thank you for your time with me today.